we're getting ready to start our final race of the day. We got Gary Worden on white, Jim Wood on green, Peter Kelly on blue, Mike Chmielewski on yellow, Troy Dobson purple, and Jeff Knoll starting on black. So we're fixing to take off. Track. Should have had used Bill Porter's. He just won the last race with it. Track. Go. 20
seconds left.
Oh.
Yellow flag.
Oh well. I didn't call track.
I didn't know that.
It's fine.
Ready.
They're going to pick on me regardless, Joe.
That's right. Yeah, it's not you, Joe. It's him. Go. Yellow flag. Go. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
Heat over.
Heat over.
All right, Jeff Knowles, your leader with 25 laps. Jim Wood in second place at 24. Mike Chmielewski, Troy Dobson tied at 23. Peter Kelly, Gary Worden tied at 22. Fast laps. We got Mike Chmielewski with a 4.705. Jim Wood a 4.769. Jeff Knoll a 4.815. Peter Kelly a 4.989. Troy Dobson a 5.118. And Gary Worden a 5.330.
Under.
Yellow flag.
It came out.
It was, wasn't it?
Ready. Go.
Nope, it wasn't you, it was me. We did pretty good till we came out.
Track.
Yellow flag.
You didn't have to call track. We could have reached that.
Next time. I'll get it
If you
next time.
drove by it.
Well, it was in front of Jeff. It wasn't in front of me.
Ready. Personal space. Go.
Somebody power hopping.
That was me.
Was that you, Jeff?
No, it was me.
I heard a grunt. Clean them up.
Oh, I stopped for that.
Clean them up.
And I stopped for that.
Clean up on turn 5.
could see Jeff was pushing it, so I had to try.
I'm trying to keep you in my mirror.
You got some good roll on that.
I did. I was slingshotting it. Jeff Knowles, your leader with 49. Jim Wood, second place temporarily at 48. Mike Chmielewski, 47. Troy Dobson, Peter Kelly, 45. And Gary Worden, 44. Laps at heat. Jeff Knowles, Jim Wood, Mike Chmielewski, all with 24. Jim barely skated into the lap counter. Troy Dobson, 22. Peter Kelly, 23. And Gary Worden, 22. Fast lap. Looks like Mike Chmielewski with a 4.714. Jeff Knowles, a 4.749. Jim Wood with a 4.851. Peter Kelly with a 4.940. Troy Dobson 5.006. Gary Worden 5.094. Let's go back to racing. Track. Two wheels again. Track.
That's going to be a heated corner. Hey.
All right, Jeff Knowles walking away with it. Jeff at 74 laps. Jim Wood second place at 72. Mike Chmielewski with 71. Troy Dobson 69. Peter Kelly 67. Gary Worden 66. Laps that segment. Jeff Knowles 25. Jim Wood, Mike Chmielewski, and Troy Dobson all 24. Peter Kelly, Gary Worden 22. Fast laps. Looks like Jeff Knowles with a 4.776. Mike Chmielewski with a 4.797. Peter Kelly a 4.818. Jim Wood a 4.859. Troy Dobson a 4.960. And Gary Worden a 5.063. And that cost me a lap not hitting that wall.
That's
Oh,
pretty good, Jim.
huh? All right, Jeff Knoll, 99 laps. Jim Wood, 96. Mike Chmielewski, 94. Troy Dobson, 92. Peter Kelly, 90. Gary Worden, 86. Jeff Knoll, 25 laps that heat. Jim Wood, 24. Mike Chmielewski, 23. Troy Dobson and Peter Kelly, each 23 also. Gary Worden, 20. Fast laps. Jeff Knoll at 4.739 on white. That means he goes to red this time. Jim Wood with a 4.768 on black, which is not anything remarkable. Mike Chmielewski a 4.821. Peter Kelly a 4.903. Troy Dobson a 4.972, and Gary Worden a 5.346. Yellow, yellow.
No, Mike. White.
Gone.
Under.
Jeff just outran me on red.
Down there, track, please.
Track.
That was a good try, Jeff.
Track.
It was just a little bit too hard there.
No confidence. Heat over. Boy, that's a miserable yellow.
Oh, wait till you get orange, white, and red.
Jeff Knoll is walking away with it, 123 laps. Jim Wood, 119. Mike Chmielewski, 117. Troy Dobson, Peter Kelly, 114. Gary, 107. Laps that segment. Jeff Knoll, 24. And Peter Kelly, 24. Jim Wood, Mike Chmielewski, 23. Troy Dobson, 22. Gary Worden, 21. Fast lap, 4.692 with Mike Chmielewski on green. 4.784 Jeff Knoll on red, and 4.855 Jim Wood on yellow. We got a 4.896 Peter Kelly, 5.153 Troy Dobson, and a 5.326 on Gary Worden. Yeah, it was. That wasn't good. That's all right. Used to lose them. Is it anyway because I haven't run white and red yet? But if you want to come off, you can. Track. That first wreck didn't look like that second one certainly did. I was just going to see if I could get orange go around without blipping. It would not.
I blip all the time. I don't trust it.
I knew Mike was proud of me. Take your time over there, Bill, Mike. Can you do that again? That's okay. We don't care how it happens. going to happen? You're picking on Peter again, are you? Joe?
Right. Right in front of you. I didn't get my lap, so I didn't go back.
Oh, come on.
Take him back to the bank.
No.
Well, did it get wide a lap?
A little more than that.
Yes, it did, but it'll pick it up when he comes through.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. He likes his braids drug backwards. Makes him smile.
Ready.
Yeah, right into the 90.
You're going to try to give this back to me?
Evidently. Yellow flag. Whoa.
Is that a legit lap, Jeff?
Sir?
There's no way that was a legit lap.
Oh, I don't know.
That's probably that rider.
It was.
I'll take it. It looks pretty.
Joe. Thank you.
Heat over.
Heat over. You don't think?
All right, Jeff Knoll walking away at 147, picked up another lap on the field. Jim Wood 143, Mike Chmielewski 141, Troy Dobson 138, Peter Kelly 136, Gary Worden 127. Jeff Knoll, Jim Wood, Mike Chmielewski, and Troy Dobson all picked up 24 laps that heat. Peter Kelly 22, Gary Worden 20. Fast lap. Jeff Knoll had a 4.525, which might have been a rider. Mike Chmielewski with a 4.716, Jim Wood with a 4.861, Peter Kelly with a 4.882, Troy Dobson a 4.929, Gary Worden a 5.497. Let's go back to racing. Track! I heard him. I just need a little more help from my friends. Somebody take him out. You're running good there. Well, jinxed that, didn't I? White. Oh, that hurt. Gave Mike a lap on me. And Jeff. Red under the bar, under the bridge.
Yellow flag. Go. 20 seconds left. Yellow
I was
flag.
running so good too.
Go. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left.
Heat over. That was
Heat
painful.
over.
And Jeff Knoll picked up another lap on Jim Wood. Jeff, 2 laps. Jeff at 172, Jim Wood 166, Mike Chmielewski 164, Troy Dobson 161, Peter Kelly 157, Gary Worden 149. This is our last heat. Laps that segment. Jeff Knoll 25, Jim Wood, Mike Chmielewski, Troy Dobson all 23, Peter Kelly 21, Gary Worden 22. Fast lap. Jeff Knoll with a 4.712, Mike Chmielewski a 4.759, Jim Wood a 4.865, Troy Dobson a 4.836, Peter Kelly a 4.888, and Gary Worden a 5.326. Go. Red, red, red. They're trying to get litter out of the track. Go. I just lost the race. Race over. Right. Jeff Knowles, your winner with 195. Mike Chmielewski, second place with 189. Jim Wood, 187. Troy Dobson, 185. Gary Worden, 170. Peter Kelly's car died at 165. Laps that segment. Mike Chmielewski, 25. Jeff Knoll, 23. Troy Dobson, 24. Jim Wood and Gary Worden, 21 each. Peter Kelly, 8, pulling out of the race. Fast laps. There's a rider on that one. Mike Chmielewski at 4.668. Jeff Knoll at 4.798. Troy Dobson at 4.835. Peter Kelly at 4.958. And Gary Worden a 5.193. So we'll need some pictures.